Hey, 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 everybody. Hello. Welcome to another Victoria Marie live stream here on Friday. Every Friday we do this at 2 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Same bad channel, same bad place. Hello, hello. Let me know if you can hear me okay. So glad that you're here. So exciting. Yes, yes, yes. So, we're going to get creative today, working in my little mini album. I'm going to wait for some more people to pop on. Make sure you say hello. Actually, remember to hop on before you finish this time. Yay, go Melody. Hey, Kelly, what's going on? We got Teresa, Melody, and Cindy. Howdy, howdy. How's it going? So good to have everybody here. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday, or wherever it is where you're at. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Hi, everyone. Isha is here. Christina, Barbara, hello, everybody. And Kari is here. So glad. Kelly says that she is multitasking today, watching me while I work. Don't tell my boss. Your secret is safe with all of us, Kelly. Don't worry about it. Hey, Carol, what's going on? You made it. And you can hear me great. Thanks, Carol, so much. Hey, Steph. And Ina is here. And Connie, hello, everybody. So glad that you guys are here. I love doing lives because that means I can talk to you guys as I'm making stuff. Hey, Ray, what's going on? And Mary and Cynthia. Hello, everybody. Hey, Lisa. If your username is different from the name that you go by just in regular life, like if you're Hot Rocket 95 or something like that on YouTube, let me know what your name is so I can say hello to you. Hey, Leslie and Erica. Friday off. Go, Ray. Love it. I used to love having Fridays off when I worked outside the home. A nice 3-day weekend. How's it going, everybody? Thank you. We're going to wait for some more people to pop on and then we're going to get started. I am really excited about this project and I've been feeling really super creatively inspired lately. I have some projects that I want to work on this weekend in the middle of all the rest of the stuff that I've got to do this weekend. I have a couple of announcements for us before we get started today. Hello. Live is so much better than talking to myself. You are absolutely right. Oh, hi. You made it, Dawn. Hey. I'm looking at some software, some streaming software that'll allow me to pop up people's comments, which I think would be really fun. We've got Mrs. Calvin in the house. Hey, Aubrey. She's making sure that everything is okay and that we're streaming, and also probably here to offer a healthy dose of shenanigans and trouble. Hey, Erica, finally able to catch me live. Awesome. Hey, Gemma, what's going on, girl? It's pronounced Ina. Okay, Ina, thank you for letting me know that. And if I mess it up, just correct me. I won't be offended. I don't want to offend you. I want to make sure that I can pronounce everyone's names correctly. Hello. Hey, Dawn. Yes, I did get Chick-fil-A, but I haven't eaten my Chick-fil-A because by the time that I realized that I needed to get lunch, I headed out a little bit late, and so I wanted to make sure I came back in time. Rennie is here too. My little scrappy partner is here as well. She's and Bree are downstairs in her office. Everyone says hi, Rennie. So I'm going to be munching on my Chick-fil-A once we're done with this. I've been busy today trying to get some things out of the way. I had a long to-do list of stuff, and I've been checking things off all week long. And I think I'm at a point now where I can just kind of like coast a little bit. Things are a little bit more balanced. Went through the craziness that was the past 2 months. Got a lot of my contract projects out of the way. There's still stuff coming, but it's not as crazy as it was. I think I can take a deep breath, just a little bit, which is good. Who makes this album? Oh, this is by Citrus Twist. So I'm going to get to that here in a second. Everyone's saying hi, Bree and Rennie. Having lunch too and heading to her scrap room, says Kelly. Awesome. This is a great time. Hey, Carol. I think a lot of people are eating lunch and joining us today. Or doing something today. So I don't know what time it is where you're at. It could be evening for some folks. Or it could be afternoon like where I'm at. But We're going to get some creative ideas today, as always, during our Friday lives, which I absolutely enjoy. Ready to enjoy the show? Yay, Jennifer! Hello, Antonella. What a beautiful name. From Germany. Finally managed to join live again. Yay! Awesome. We got some Florida peeps in the house. Hey, Carol. I hope those of you who are in the eye of the hurricane, I'm not sure, did it hit Florida? I know it hit southern Texas, Louisiana. I don't know if Florida is experiencing any activity. I live in Texas, but I'm nowhere near the coast, so I'm okay. Watching while working. Awesome. Why not? 9 p.m. in Germany. I was born in Germany. I was born in Fulda. I haven't been back, and I plan to go back one day. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. I got 2 announcements that I'm going to make, and then we're going to dig into this project today. The first announcement is I recently announced the registration is open for my September online virtual crop. The information, if you go to the description box of this YouTube live, I have a link that will lead you to my blog that will give you more information about the online virtual crop. There's actually 4 that are coming up for the remainder of the year, and then I'll have a 2021 schedule that I'll post. But the 4 that are scheduled are the It's Fall Y'all crop, which is going to be happening on September 5th through 6th. There's going to be a Harry Potter themed, Halloween themed crop that's going to be October, the first week in October, and I think that's like the 3rd or 4th, whatever those dates are, on a Saturday and Sunday. But right now, registration is open for the It's Fall Y'all crop. That's going to be September 5th through 6th. And we're also doing a Friday kind of pre-crop celebration or happy hour or whatever you want to call it. So all of the details, including a Q&A post, are available on the Victoria Marie blog. Now, the cool thing about this virtual crop and going forward is that they're all going to be hosted on a new platform that I recently signed up for, and it's the Victoria Marie Designs Mighty Network. And some of you may be familiar with this platform. There are other scrapbook entrepreneurs and designers that use this, like Simple Scrapper. It's a much easier interface. I'm getting ready to transition over from Facebook groups into a network. So the network's already there and it exists. So if you are a Victoria Marie Facebook group member, or you belong to any of my Facebook groups, you're going to be receiving some information starting this week on how you can join. There are some people who have already joined, who found me on the Mighty Network, and then I announced in the group for those who are ready to make that switch. The reason why I'm switching over to a Mighty Network is it's very hard to build community on a Facebook group. And a lot of people are starting to veer away from Facebook for a lot of reasons, and they only want to have access to their groups that they enjoy, or to the communities that they enjoy. And there's a lot of you in the scrapbooking community who only use Facebook to connect with your scrapbooking and crafting groups, and maybe you're trying to ignore all the rest of the craziness that can be on Facebook. The Victoria Marie Designs Facebook business page will remain, but the community groups are all going to be migrated over to the Mighty Network. So I'm testing it out right now, and I'm going to host all the virtual retreats on the network. So it's very easy. All of the details are explained, including a how to join the network and how to register for the crop. The online virtual crop is set up as a paid group on my network. So what you do is, in order to access anything on a Mighty Network for whoever it is that you're following on a Mighty Network, you have to actually sign up for their network, which is completely free. So if you think everything that you were getting on Facebook and then some is just going to be put on a totally different platform, that's a lot easier to use, and you can connect with other people a lot easier on the platform. So you join the Victoria Marie Mighty Network platform for free. And then when you're on the platform, there's a section called groups. When you click on groups, you'll see the retreat group for this, the crop group for this particular event. And all the rest of the crop groups will be designed as private groups that you have to pay for. The virtual crops are $7.99 US dollars, one per person. And you get instant access. So unlike last time, for those of you who participated in the virtual crop, the first one I did last month, or earlier this month, unlike last time, you don't have to go to a separate page to register and then go to a PayPal and pay and then have to wait for me to send you an email to join the group. You don't have to worry about that. When you join the network, you get access to all my general content for free that I usually give to my community for free. And then you'll be able to pay for whatever crop experience you want to participate in. I'll be adding in the October, November, and December crops here pretty soon, so you'll be able to register for all of those things. And then once you register and pay for it, you're in the group, and then you get instant access right there. So we have people who were already registered for the crop. They've already been participating in the crop group. The schedule's posted there and some other information, and people are starting to connect, and they're getting ready for the crop next weekend. So if you're interested in joining me for the online virtual crops on the new platform, what you'll do is in the description of this live, you're going to go click on the Victoria Marie blog. It'll take you to the information that you need, or you can just go to the Victoria Marie blog. That's all you have to Google, Victoria Marie blog. It'll pull it up. And then the two posts that I have, the first one is information about the crop. The second one is Q&A about the crop. Now, some of you might be saying, Victoria, I'm not available on the weekend of September 5th through 6th. That's okay. The beauty of this is that you can go ahead and register, and as a member of the group on the network, you'll be able to access this group indefinitely. So whether you join us the weekend of or you participate afterwards, it's completely up to you. The only thing I want to mention to you, however, is if you're playing with the crop challenges and you're submitting projects, there is a due date for that. So I give people 3 weeks to play, and then I draw winners for prizes. But other than that, you can continue to access the virtual retreat crop information indefinitely as long as you're a continued member of the Victoria Marie Mighty Network, which is completely free. Now, for those of you who are patrons, this has nothing to do with my paid platform, like my exclusive offering. So if you are a Victoria Marie Patreon, then all of your exclusive content will remain on that platform. This is just, the Mighty Network is the general overall Victoria Marie community. I'm just going to be hosting virtual crops, eventually classes and events and some other things on this network that are just my general thing that everyone can participate in. So if you're a patron, don't worry, this doesn't impact anything that you have on the Patreon site, okay? I just want to make that distinction. So if you want to play along with the Victoria Marie online virtual crop, make sure you check out the link in the description. It's Fall Y'all Crop is scheduled for September 5th through 6th. Check it out, $7.99. Join the Victoria Marie Network, Mighty Networks. Sign up for the retreat. We're already having some fun. I will be announcing the October Harry Potter Halloween themed one, the November getting ready for the holidays one, and then the December getting ready for the new year. And we're going to do an ugly Christmas sweater, ugly holiday sweater themed type thing for December. I thought would be pretty fun. Those are all coming up. Now, we do have other crops that I'm working out for 2021, so I'll go ahead and put a calendar of events as we get a little bit closer to the end of the year, so you guys will know. I've gotten tons of positive feedback about the online virtual crops, which I think is great. I think it's providing an affordable option for people who want to be able to connect and create and do challenges and be in the comfort of your own home and the safety of your own home during this time. I have no plans to stop the virtual crops, and I'm just going to keep on going. As long as you guys want them, I'm just going to keep on hosting them. So I'm going to keep the price point low so that's accessible to everybody. And of course, I moved it to a new network so that it's a new platform so that it's accessible and easy to access, and you get instant access. You don't have to wait in order to be added to a group. Alrighty? So if you have any questions about that, let me know. Let me go ahead and scroll the comments because I said a whole lot and then I see a whole lot of comments here. Very exciting. I'm glad you guys are excited about it. Register, can't wait. Thanks, Michelle. I'm in for October. Woohoo! October 1, I think a lot of people are really interested in. Hey, Kelly, it's okay if you're not there the weekend of. You can always come back and view the content. You can always join the retreat and then, the virtual crop, and then you can come and play along whenever you're available. Make sure you sign up, Caitlin. Absolutely. The deadline to register for the It's Fall Y'all crop is September 4th at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. So go ahead, sign up, get in, get instant access so that you can have fun. And I'll go ahead and the group will be set to private after the 4th. But everyone who's registered will continue to get access to the group. Jennifer is registered. Woohoo! Make sure if you are registering that you check out all the information. I also have detailed instruction sheets as well that's posted with all the virtual crop info. Alrighty? Ina says, checked out the website today. It looks crisp and trendy. Looks like it's going to take away from all the FB noise. Yes, it does. The Mighty Network the Mighty Network platform is designed for community networking and engagement, so that not only me as the facilitator of the network communicating with everybody, but everybody in the community is able to connect. And the beauty of the network is you can see other people in your area and your other interests as well. You can have groups, special groups, like for those of you who used to be 2Ps fans and like that type of discussion group, the Mighty Network has that too. For those of you who take my classes online, all my new classes will now be on this platform. So you don't have to go to a separate site in order to take my classes. So that's going to be coming down the pipe. Those of you who are currently enrolled in my classes on the Thinkific platform, don't worry, those classes are there for right now. I'm not moving anything right now, so don't worry about that. It was really easy to register for the next crop. Yay, I'm glad to hear that. Carol says she's registered. Awesome. Gonna register for this crop. Already signed up for the Mighty Network. Awesome, Leslie. Fantastic. All right, so that's announcement number 1. Announcement number 2, if you are interested in Victoria Marie exclusive education content on the Victoria Marie Patreon community, that is exclusive content that I don't offer anywhere else, and it's really focused on creative education, and it's a way for you to support Victoria Marie Designs. I have the fall 2020 live mini class schedule that is I shared with my newsletter folks. I'll be sharing it on my blog, but is available for those who are interested. So if you're a Victoria Marie patron, all of my patrons, regardless of what benefit level, get access to 2 live mini classes per month where we talk about all kinds of creative education topics. Going into fall, we started this summer. It was fabulous. We had a lot of fun. Going into the summer, we've got some new concepts that are coming up, and they're themed per month. So I'm going to be posting that information on the blog. But if you're a Victoria Marie eNewsletter subscriber, then you received information about that today, along with the schedule. In fact, let me grab the schedule real quick. Hold on just a second. And let's see. So September, in the Patreon community, we're going to be exploring stamping. So we've got 2 classes, stamping on a layout, backgrounds and embellishing, and then the other one is lovely titles, so how to create stamped titles. Next, in October, we're going to be focusing on journaling. Thank you. We're going to be focusing on journaling. We're going to do a class that's called Beyond Basics, Meaningful Journaling Techniques, and then Journaling Design Techniques for Scrapbook Layout. So we're going to talk about the actual meat, the words of journaling, and then we're going to talk about journaling from a stylistic standpoint, like typing out journaling strips or creating a journaling block or doing something fun with journaling so that it stands out on your page. In November is going to be our mixed media themed month. So we're going to do Mixed Media 101, Part 1. We're going to talk about product basics, as I get questions about mixed media products all the time, so we're going to dive into that. And then the second part is technique play, which we're going to spend the class hour playing with different techniques or learning about different techniques. And then to finish us out for the year in December, I'm doing a Stash Bash theme, Bust Your Scraps, pattern paper background, so techniques for using your pattern paper scraps. And then we're going to do embellishment play, getting those those extras embellishments that you have in your stash used up. Okay, so that's what we have coming down the pike for the Victoria Marie Patreon community. So this community, again, if you're not familiar, Patreon is a way for you as a patron to be able to support people who are creating content that you enjoy. And so for my patrons, one of the benefits that they get are these mini classes every month. And I started it this summer and we're doing our second round. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you click on the link in my description, head over to Patreon and sign up. For as little as $5 a month, you can get access to this exclusive content, okay? It's all focused on creative education. Alrighty. Yes, love the Stash Bash. I know a lot of people are interested in that. October 4th is Joyce's birthday. Woohoo! Are there add-ons on the network? Do you mean like other paid offerings on the network? There are on the network. The network's going to be mainly community building, discussion. There'll be some other things that I would normally offer on a Facebook group, like challenges and stuff like that we normally do on the Facebook group. But it does have a mechanism for me to offer other things too in the network. It's like one-stop shopping. I think that's what you mean by that. Hey, Karen. Yes, stamping on pages. Absolutely. Thank you, Leslie, for the shout out about Patreon. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate the entire community. I appreciate the Patreon community for those who want a little extra content. There's 4 tiers that you can join. There's a $5, $7, $10, and $15. The highest tier gets you the most content, but it's all good stuff. So if you want some exclusive stuff, you want some more creative education, this is your jam. Okay, so that's the mini class schedule starting September 19th. Those are my 2 announcements. I'm done. So let's go ahead and get into the creative part of today's live, which I'm very excited about. If you have any questions about any of the announcements, the online virtual crops, and the Patreon, let me know. The best way, guys, to stay in touch with whether it's me or anybody else that you follow, if they have a newsletter or email list, jump on that. My link is posted down below. That way you get to your email information and updates about what's coming down the pike so you don't miss a beat, okay? All right, let's get started. It's Friday. We're headed into the weekend. We're gonna get creative. Let me take a swig of tea. Awesome. There are 2 Leslies in the chat. Leslie's dose. Okay. So the past 2 lives have been working on our series, Pattern Paper to Kit. I did this series, I started it on the Facebook group where I took a 12 by 12 pattern paper pack and totally dismantled it, took all the papers out, and I made kits. So the second round, what I want to do is create a kit where I can use the materials on my travel mini album that I'm using. And this is going to house our trip to Hot Springs, Arkansas that's coming up next month. And we're really excited about it. We're going to do kind of this really safe social distance trip. It's going to be mainly outdoorsy. We're going to places that we know are safe, that require masks, the whole 9. But we really want to get out of Texas and have a little bit of fun. Our vacation plans to go to Disney World have been moved, and there was a couple other things that we wanted to do that we won't be able to do this year, but we said, hey, we're going to at least get out and do something. And so that's what we're going to do. Now, of course, I love scrapbooking travel. And so when I thought about doing this process again, I thought, why not do a travel related kit? And so I took the World Traveler, let me get some materials out. I took the World Traveler 12 by 12 pattern paper pack and totally took all of the stuff out of the pack, all the pattern paper. Got a lot of stuff here. And let me pull this out real quick. Here we go. So this was the paper pad. It has 48 sheets front and back. And so what I did was I took this entire thing, pulled all the papers out, and from there, what I did was I cut down papers that can fit into my Citrus Twist album. Now this is called I think it's called their Life Documented album, and it's roughly 6 1/4 by 8 or so inches. So it's a smaller album. It's a traveler's notebook size album is what it is. It has a really nice spine. Inside it has the rings. So for those of you who weren't really down with sort of the traditional traveler's notebook that is not in a album like this, then this might be something that you're interested in. And the cool thing about it is that it has pockets in it. So you can slip your traveler's notebook pages or this size page inside a page protector. So they have the full ones, they've got the divided pocket ones as well that you can use for your storytelling. The reason why I went with this size is I like the idea of creating mini albums specifically for travel, and mainly because of the size. Easy to flip through. It won't take me long to put it together. I want to get it prepped before I go on vacation so that when I come back, I can just go ahead and just put my photos in and do some embellishing and call it a day. But I really was attracted to this size. I started doing some traveler's notebooks and just the regular little notebook that either is stapled binding or hand sewn binding. And it's fine, but the problem is when you start adding embellishments and stuff, it gets bulky and sometimes it's not as secure. So I decided to go with this album style, mainly because I like the look of it. It's a linen cover, very beautiful. They are about, I think they're $29.99. Some of the colors, they offer a variety of colors on Citrus Twist. Some of the colors are out of stock because they are so popular. So if you go to citrustwist.com and you're looking at their life crafted albums, I believe they may have an option to where you can be notified when they come back in stock. The last time I checked, it's been about 2 weeks ago. There were a lot of the albums that were out of stock. So just check to see what colors they have. I love gray because it goes kind of with the color theme of my room. I absolutely love it. So anyway, this is the size that I'm using. Sometimes I'll do a 6x8 album. I know that Studio Calco has a 9x12 album. That's a really good option. So if you're looking to sort of jazz up and play and experiment with different album styles, then I recommend this. It's from Citrus Twist. So make sure you check that out. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to play a little bit with my embellishments and all kinds of stuff. I'm using this iris container to house all of the things that I pulled. I went through my stash and I found items that are related to travel. And we are driving to Hot Springs, so we're not flying. So I'm focusing on elements that really speak to traveling on the road and that type of thing. Now, the point of today is for me to sort of get that preliminary setup of the album so I can kind of have an idea of where I may want things to go. Another reason why I like this ring album is that I can create layouts and I can move them around in the album. So I can change up the position of things or where I want things oriented in the album, which is great. No hard, fast, final decisions. I can change up things however I want. Now, I'm not going to fully decorate this album just yet because there are going to be some game time decisions I'm going to want to make when we come back from the trip. But there are some things I do kind of want to set up initially so that when I do come back from the trip, then I can just worry about putting the photos in and finishing up the album. So last video, I showed you what I was putting in this kit, so I won't go over that today. Just go ahead to the playlist and you can look up the last live video. But I am all set up and ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and move some of this out the way. I have some extra papers that's from the pattern paper pack that I have paper clipped that I coordinated together for other travel projects that I need to scrapbook. That's a different story for a different day. All right, so I'm going to put these down here. And I'm going to get to work. So the first thing I want to do when I'm doing a project like this is I'm going to take all these little page protectors out, and I probably won't use all of them. And what I want to do is I want to sort the page protectors by style so I can see, one, how many I have. And then as I put them back into the album, I'm going to alternate the page protectors based on the style. So I have some variety and some variability in my album when I'm going through it. There are, let's see, I don't remember how many of these page protectors you get with that album. I know you get a set. I just don't remember how many. And when I got the album, they sent me some extras. I was gifted this album for a project that I was working on for them. So I do plan to go back and purchase many, many more. Okay, so I've got the 4 different styles here. So you've got your full page protector, the one that has the 4x6 in the smaller pocket. This one has 8 2x2 pockets, which are great for photos or embellishments or whatever. And then you have the one that has the 2 3x4 pockets. There we go. Thank you. You get 15 in the album. Thanks, Kathy, for letting me know. You get 15 in the album. So what I'm going to do is simply go through and take one of each so that when I'm flipping through my album, I have the different page protectors represented. And it helps me to sort of focus in a little bit on my album design. Okay? I don't know how many pages I'm going to have at the end of all of this. I don't know how many stories I'm going to tell at the end of all of this, but at least I have the initial thing set up. Now, this is kind of following. I was inspired to do this years ago when I started doing December Daily. This is a process that I adopted from Allie Edwards, where she sets up her December Daily album before the month of December. And if you're familiar with that process, then I'm sure you've seen it many times. But she sets up her album so that all she has to worry about is adding the stories. And so I kind of do a slightly hybrid version of that, where I do set up my album and ahead of time, but I don't do a whole ton of embellishing and things in the beginning because I do like to save a little bit of that process whenever I'm getting ready to actually put the album together and finish it up. So I alternated the different page protectors, and so now I'm just going to pop them right into my album. And this is, I think I'm comfortable with how I want this to flow for this particular project. Now, there are going to be some other things that I'm going to do too, because, you know, the creative part of this, or setting this up, is only one aspect. There are going to be some other creative things that I'm going to want to do in this album that I will work on in subsequent process videos and lives that we have here on the Facebook group. But I want to make sure that I leave myself enough creative space and opportunity to explore all of that when I get back from my trip. Now, someone asked me last week, do I plan on taking this with me to work on? And the answer to that is no. My focus for this trip is to totally unplug as much as I possibly can. I don't plan on being on social media that much, if at all. I'm not bringing anything with me. I might bring a notebook to jot down notes, but that's probably it. I don't plan on taking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pictures. I'm putting a limit on myself with photos lately because I just have way too many photos that I'm trying to manage. And I just want to really focus in on the things that I feel that are important. And I want to just focus on my family. I've been having a hard time focusing lately, and I think there's just a lot of stimuli right now that we are exposed to, and it's making it hard for me to really concentrate. And so I'm going to use this time when we are on vacation. I'm really excited to be out in nature, to take hikes, to experience new things, to learn new things. And so I'm not going to be taking my album with me to work on. At least not for this vacation. It'll be here waiting for me when I get back. Now, the whole purpose of me setting it up is that when I get back, then I'll have something really fun to work on, right? And I can go through and sort of reminisce about our experience in Arkansas. I haven't been to Arkansas in quite a while. I think the last time I went was for business, so I haven't been in a while. Okay, so I have all of this nice and set up. So the first thing I'm going to do is when I went through the paper pad, I cut up a whole bunch of the papers into sizes that'll work in this album, and I might have to trim them just slightly because sometimes these page protectors are slightly off in terms of size. Either they're bigger or they're smaller, right? So I made a whole bunch of the 3x4 pocket cards using the pattern papers, and I only used the pattern papers that I felt were relative to the type of travel we're doing, which is a road trip. Then I have some 4x6s as well. Then I have the longer ones here. Where did I put those at? Here we go. I have these that are going to fit into these longer pockets, and those are, what did I measure that at last time? I forget. Looks like about looks like to be about 4¼ by 8. 4¼ by 8 is what that looks to be. Okie dokie. So, I don't know exactly what the end result's going to be, but you know what? That's okay. I'm going to select some papers and start popping the papers in these page protectors. Come on. There we go. And this is going to be, well, yeah, I'm going to have to trim them just slightly. This is going to be sort of the holding spot for potential stories, right? I'm just going to shave a little bit off of that. And sometimes you have to do that with these little page protectors. So there we go. Let me go back to this first page. I already know what I want to do at the beginning of the album, which I'm really excited about. So I'm going through and I'm selecting some pattern papers. I'm just going to alternate the style of pattern paper, and if I need some more, then I'll chop up some more. Alrighty. Oh, Victoria, do you have an affiliate link with Citrus? I do not. I don't have an affiliate link with them. Are you planning to do pages outside the page protectors too? Yes, I am, and I'll show you guys that in videos to come. Really try to take 2 photos of things that I think are important. It definitely saves time sorting. Yes, absolutely, Kelly. Recently saw somewhere that when taking a photo to use both landscape and portrait, absolutely. I just started doing that in the past few years, especially when you're doing pocket layouts like this. Take a portrait photo, landscape, yes, because you never know how you want to scrap them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to put this one right here. And you know what? I can change this up if I want to. It's not like a big deal. You know, it's not a big deal. I'm going through and I'm putting in the 4 1/4 by 8 papers in. Now, if you're short on time and you want to do something like this, then do it in stages, right? Do it in stages. So maybe one evening as you're, after dinner and you're getting settled in, you take a paper pad and you deconstruct it and you coordinate the pattern papers into little packs. And then maybe the next evening you come back and you add in some pattern or some, embellishments to make a kit. And then maybe the next evening you work on another aspect of your project, whatever that may be for you. So you break it up over the course of a few days. It helps it not be so overwhelming, right? Now, some of these pockets I like to leave empty because I want to have opportunities to make some game time decisions. Let me move these out of the way for just a second. There we go. And it's okay for it not to be, final, right? Because you're going to come back and work in this project, work in your album, whatever that album may be for you. It could be travel. It could be something else. It could be a 12 by 12 album. It could be a small album like this, right? I'm already starting to get some ideas for some pages that are outside of the pockets. A lot of my goodies are outside of the pockets sometimes when I'm doing projects like this. All right, so I'm just trimming this up just a slight hair so that it fits into the pockets. That happens when you're working with pocket type scrapbooking. Speaking of pocket scrapbooking, let me know in the comments, do you like doing pocket scrapbooking? For me, I don't have really dedicated projects like a Project Life type thing that I focus on, but I do love using pockets in my scrapbooking, for sure. And my pockets are mixed in with my other layouts in my album. So if you look at my scrapbook album, you'll find 12 by 12, 8.5 by 11, pocket scrapbook pages, the whole nine. I love to have a mix of it. Let me know in the comment section, do you like using pockets for your scrapbooking? My wedding album that I made years ago has both pockets and traditional. Let's see. And traditional layouts. And because I had so many photos, I took an opportunity to use a lot of those multi-photo pockets to put a lot of my wedding photos in. Alrighty, trim those up just a tiny bit. Just a hair. And I've got another one that I want to add a paper to, which is this one. So I think what I want to do is switch this one out. And add this one in that has the different interstate signs, which is so cute. Because since we're doing a road trip, that was so perfect for that, right? This was going to be the year that my daughter was going to have her first airplane experience. We were going to go to Florida for Disney World, and that won't happen. I kind of hate that for her. But eventually she'll be able to ride on the plane. So road tripping it is. I have another one of these. I'm just going to slide this one right here. And as I'm making the album, there are going to be some of these that I might just go ahead and take out. There might be some that I add. It just kind of depends on what I want to do. And I love being able to leave that open to interpretation. Alrighty. So there are the 4 1/4 by 8. Now, these divided ones with the 2 by 2 pockets and stuff, I'm going to leave those blank because usually what I like to do with these is I like to add in embellishments. And sometimes I'll trim up some pattern paper or whatever, but I want to do some other different techniques with these. So I'm going to leave those empty. But my 4 by 6 ones, my 3 by 4s, I'm going to go in and start adding in some pattern paper. my cards to this. Some of them I will leave open. I do have some other pocket cards that are great for journaling. So I'll put a pattern paper in one on the front and then a pattern paper for one in the back, so that I leave it open either for a photo or for journaling. Okay, give myself some flexibility. And of course I can switch it up, right? It's my album. You know, you tell your album what you want it to do, not the other way around. So I'm just going to slip these in here. While I'm doing this project, I'm thinking, what are some ways that I want to embellish this? And I've got a lot of creative energy, so I'm thinking of lots of different things. Might do some heat embossing. I might do some hand stitching. I haven't done any hand stitching in quite a while. I definitely am going to play with some different journaling styling techniques that I'm inspired by some of my friends who do just fantastic storytelling in their project life or other smaller traveler's notebook type style. I'm thinking Tasha Hannah Gordon, who does fantastic storytelling in her albums. Laura Wansonick, who does fantastic storytelling in hers. So there's some different techniques that I'm gonna play and explore with. And I'll take you along with me on the ride for that. I'm in a season of wanting to try some new stuff. All right, so I'm filling in those 3x4 pockets, and I'm going through my pattern papers. I really, really love this navy blue and white stripe. This is going to be featured a lot, I think, in the album because it's just so nice. Look, navy blue and white stripe. Can you tell I'm a fan? Can you tell I'm a fan? I love it. I love it. Love it. Why I didn't paint one of the walls of my scrapbook room navy is beyond me. Maybe down the road. Alrighty, let's do this one. And I'm just picking these at random, right? Like it doesn't, I know this all coordinates, so I'm just kind of picking them at random, just trying to add a little bit of variability between all the pockets. All right, so we've got the 4 1/4 by 8 set up, and then I've got my 3x4s. Again, one pattern here, one pattern on the back, leaving space for photos and journaling. And this it could be 2 photos. It could be all pattern paper pockets that I decorate. I don't know yet, but at least I have it all set up, ready to go. Let's look at those 4x6 pockets, and then I'm going to start building out my intro page and adding in some embellishments here, which is the fun part. So I already got one set up. I'm going to go ahead and add in another pocket. I'm going to have to turn this up. Nope. There we go. That looks nice. This could be a photo. I could when I get ready to do my album, I could switch that out. You know, it's not a big deal. Don't put pressure and limits on yourself. You make this whatever you want it to be. Whether it's a 12x12, 8.5 by 11, traveler's notebook, whatever you want it to be. Okay, and I think I'm going to put this here. The fun for me is setting it all up because it's getting me excited for the vacation. We haven't been anywhere in a while, and we ended up almost 2 years ago buying a house, so we didn't go anywhere that year because, you know, mortgage payment and getting used to all of that. And then, of course, COVID hit, so there's that. So I'm just really excited to do a travel album. Now, I have tons and tons of other travel experiences that I need to scrapbook, and that's cool. But starting out with a smaller project makes it less daunting, in my opinion. All right. Oh, nope, that's not that size. But here we go. And all these colors work well together, which is so great about using a paper pad, right? Because you know that it all coordinates. Now, here's something that I wasn't thinking about when I was cutting up the papers. So these papers, clearly the 4x6 go in a vertical, but I didn't cut the paper at the vertical. I'm going to use it anyway because who cares? The images are going non-vertical. They're going horizontal. So I'm just going to use that because, you know, who cares? And if I have another one of those pattern papers, then I'll just cut it accordingly. But I'm not that bothered by it right now. There we go. All right. So now I've got pattern papers in my pockets. There we go. Let me go to the comments real quick. Just started, blah, blah, blah. Let me see. Where am I going? I like pockets to supplement my 12 by 12s, but not as the primary format. I'm the same way. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, pockets sometimes. Hybrid too. Pockets traditional mixed together. Yeah. Hybrid project live childhood photos. Then I have what I call story pages, specific 12 by 12 or 6 by 8s based on an extra story of photos, even if they're in my PL already. Yeah, I think some people do kind of duplicate what stories and pictures that they do. Catching up on old pictures, didn't take a portrait and landscape, so pockets haven't worked out. Yeah, that happened to me too when I first started doing pocket scrapbooking or adding pockets. Do pockets for old pics. For those when occasions I took too many photos. Yeah, me too. Haven't done pocket scrapbooking, bought the pages to do it. Have a ton of Project Life cards, but have yet to do any pages. On my list to do this year. I think that's great. Barb, I think that's great. Yes, the green is really going to work. Yes, Arkansas has beautiful landscaping, for sure. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and embellish. The first thing I knew I want to do right off the bat is I have one of these little pockets here that I want to place right here at the front for any type of embellishing. I mean, to keep, not embellishing, I am going to embellish it, but any type of memorabilia that I want to keep. So I'm going to use some double-sided tape and go ahead and just jump right into this. These are the details I like to get set up pretty quickly in my album so that when I come back, I have a place for my memorabilia and all that good stuff. So I'm just going to do a little bit of double-sided tape here, and that's going to go right inside the album, and then we'll get some embellishments and make it all purty. There we go. And let me move my cord out the way. I'm going to stick this right here. I love it, the little security envelope. And then all I have to do is just unwind that, and then I can stick little bitty things in there. It could be tickets or receipts or whatever. Then I'm thinking I want to do a little bit of embellishing in some way. So let me get out my embellishments. I have a ton of them. You guys saw me put this together. So I'm going to grab these out of my kit. I already have them set aside, right? That is the beauty of creating a kit. So I'm going to go ahead and set it up here in my, I think I showed you guys this already, my little letter holder. I'm going to get sort of this set up a little bit. This is a great little Friday afternoon project to work on, you know? So many fun goodies. I'm very excited. I'm feeling there might be a good deal of layering as well. For those of you who like to see me layer, there's probably going to be a good deal of that. All right. Let me get myself together here. I'm so excited. I was holding off working on this until the live because I want to share it with you guys, you know? Okay. So, I think what I want to do, make sure I have everything set where I need it to be. I definitely want to use a little car because we're going on a road trip. And I'm going to get one of these little sticker sheets out. And I love this word explore. So let's see how we can get that layered up there. Cute, cute, cute. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Do I have a little smaller car? I think I have a smaller car. There we go. Alrighty, I think I have the base of that covered. So let's go ahead and commit. Oh, I'm so excited! Hold on just a second, I'm moving. I'm getting my adhesive here. I wonder if those large pockets will fit some of the handouts from the venues. If they don't, then I will, if they do, then I'm going to add them into the album, just punch holes in them. If they don't, then I'll take a picture of them. Lord knows I have enough ephemera memorabilia, and I don't probably need to collect anymore, but those that I want to keep, I want to make sure. I'm going to add a little bit more adhesive to this. I'm going to make sure that I incorporate that in the album in some way. So this is going to go like this. Oh, I love how this embellishment just does all the work for me. I love that because I'm kind of a lazy scrapper. I like to use things that work for me. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Let me get something else. Hold on. I hope you're inspired to work on something creative this weekend, guys. All right, so let's stick that there. And, oh, my little card. My little teeny car. Which Bree would probably joke and say that this is the actual size of my car. I drive a Kia Soul. It's a tiny little car. Okay. So that's a good start there. Let's see if there's anything else I want to add to that. Nope, I think I'm good with that. Uh-oh. Kind of like this adventure, but then I have two arrows competing with each other. So we'll see. I like that. That's cute. Let's see some enamel dots. Making some quick decisions here. So that's how I roll. That'll do. And if I want to change that up, I will, but I kind of like how that looks. Alrighty, next up, let me kind of create an intro page here. So I'm going to set this to the side. So there we go. Here's that part. Got the little explorer and all that. Love it. I'm going to set my album to the side for just a second. And I'm going to work on this spread. This is going to be sort of my intro. And for this, I'm going to get out my letters. And let's see what else. Because I have this pattern paper is so busy, I'm going to need an anchor of some sort. So I'm going to look through my embellishments and see what I have. A lot of airplane type things here. That's okay. We'll make it work. And let's see here. That is a lot of blue. That's okay. Trying to see if I have something else. That's all food related. What I want is an anchor so I can spell out 2020 Hot Springs. Let's see, what do we got in here? Anything in there? Let's find out. A lot of times when I'm putting together things, I don't really have an idea of where I'm going until I get there. So, which is cool with me. I like this that says, let's go. Good times. Okay, so I think I know what I'm going to do. Let me get one of these pocket cards, and I'm going to back this frame. So that's going to give me a nice anchor. And then it's going to give me a spot where I can do some embellishing too. So I'm going to add some adhesive here. Now you'll probably notice I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. I didn't pre-plan this, so you get to see Victoria's organic process. Right? Because it's one thing if I would have had it all planned and all nicely scripted and recorded and edited and voiceover, but I think it's also good to just see people's natural organic process. All right, so there's my anchor, and I really, really like this. So many trips I haven't documented. The thought of printing the photos is overwhelming. I'm right there with you, girl. Are you eventually going to show us your process for adding the actual photos? Yes, all that's going to be coming. So stay tuned. This is cool. I pre-planned the traveler journal for a trip to Germany several years. Select a color scheme, preparing some of my washi. That's fantastic. It does help. It certainly helps. So this is going to come off the page just a tiny bit. I'm going to go ahead and commit to that. And I like it. I could put it here, but I like it here because I want to be able to see some of these little cute road signs. All right. So, and I don't have to worry about anything matching because this all came from one pattern paper pack. So there's that. Now I just have to embellish. So first, before doing that, I want to add in my title using these little words, these little letters. So much beautiful blue on here. This is from Citrus Twist. They're little tiny foam letters. And I'll add in some more letters down the road. And stamps and that type of thing too. So today's goal is to kind of get some of the basics set up. So my title page, I already went through and put in the papers for the page protector and to do a little bit of the decorating. Come on, little letters. I'm trying not to pull them so they don't break, because that's annoying when you're working with foam. And just going to stick that right here. If you have an opportunity to scrap along as I'm making this, go for it. Let me know what you're working on. Yes, adding the photos, Michelle, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to show you that whole process. So when I get back from my vacation, you'll see the pages and stuff come together, as well as the out-of-the-pocket little projects that I want to do with this particular album. I've got some ideas that I've been inspired to do. Trying to take my time with these little letters. They are quite sticky and I don't want them to break. Little tiny letters are perfect for this type of thing. Down the road. Kari, the pun in that was not missed. Oh, it looks like I'm going to have to add a little bit more space there. Okay, so we're going to have to readjust. Hold on. We're going to have to shift some stuff over. This is a really great project, preparing a vacation album. Not only to do before you go on vacation, right, to kind of gear you up and get you excited, but you also can start thinking about the things that you want to do, the parts of your vacation that you want to focus a lot of your photo taking on. I know we're going to go check out at least 1 or 2 museums when we're there. The Gangster Museum, and then there's a Science Museum, I believe, that we want to check out. There's a bathhouse we hopefully will be able to tour. And a few other things that we want to do. So I'm already starting to think about what photos that I want to take, how many I might want to take. where they may go in the album, how the album sequence is going to go. For some people, when they're prepping their vacation albums, they like to go ahead and reserve spots for all of the different points of interest that they plan to visit and tour when they go on vacation. This vacation, we'll plan our vacation, but we leave a lot of room for flexibility and being impromptu with stuff. So I'm excited to see what little adventures we get into. And then, of course, adding that to the album. Okay, that's taking me a little bit longer than what I thought, but I need to make room for the S that comes at the end of springs. Come on, little G. Get there. Get there. There we go. I might have to go back and straighten some of that up a little bit later, but that's okay. Then let's add an S. Some people are working on some photo organization. We've got still working on Project Live 2020, still on February. That's all right. I think our projects are perpetual, right? There's no due date. It's your album. Scrapping Christmas in July. Retreat at Doulaba Corporate last year. Ooh, fun. Skeining yarn while you watch. Oh, awesome. Working on using up a scrapbooking kit. Currently working on my senior homecoming from 2007. Oh, cool. A little bit behind. Is there any such thing as being behind? Let me know in the comment section. Do you think, do you feel like you're behind in your scrapbooking projects? I've had to stop saying that I'm behind, mainly because that gives the impression that there's a due date for these things, right? And really, there is no due date. I think we just continue to work on our projects until, either they're done or they're not. I don't like the pressure, Okay, so I thought I would use, I don't know if I want to use these little letters still, if I want to change it up. I feel like I do. I like these other Life Crafted, they're little teeny alphas, but I think it might be smaller. I think I want to grab another alpha to go there. I just don't know what that's going to be yet. I want it to be a different color so that it adds some interest to the page. Alrighty, we'll come back to that. Let's look at some embellishments. So many pretty embellishments. Alrighty, I'm going to bust out this here and there chipboard. Just going to take that right out of its plastic because it is time to use some stuff. That's a little globe. But I do want to leave room for the year here. Let's see. Oh, I love this adventure. I don't want to cut that up though. I don't want to cover that up because it says let's go. If I put it here. Not going to work. It's too long for what I want it for. I do love this little globe, though. Ooh, what if that? No, that's too big. That would have been fun on that globe. Okay, I'm just spitballing at this point. Okay, so I do know I want to use that at least. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stay right there. Little die cut. Little chipboard die cut. Stay there. Okay. Let's see here. Looking at some options. And I'm getting other ideas as I'm looking at some options. That's the problem with sometimes when I'm putting together something and I have a lot of really fun embellishments and things that I want to use, and then I get distracted by the other things. So this chipboard piece says vacationing in, and then of course hot springs, which I think is pretty fun. That worked out well. Looking for opportunities for things like that. Okay. Here's another chipboard sticker that says soak up the sun. I think I'm going to put that there to add a little bit of yellow. And it feels like it needs, what do you call them? Foam dot. Foam dot time. And on the back of this, I think what I'm going to do on the back of this page is I'm going to put what our travel itinerary is once I get that figured out. All the things that we're going to want to do while we're there. We like to have a tentative travel itinerary. Oh, I think I'm going to need another one on this side. Pop that up. Using some foam. Still trying to leave a spot for the year. Or the dates, rather. Trying to see if I want to add anything else in. I like that arrow. Trying to see if I have it in another color. I think that might work. So I have this pink arrow I'm going to put there. Just pointing to our destination. And then I'm going to get another color of letter sticker to go here. And it's going to say Hot Springs 2020. That's what it's going to say. Okay, so that looks fun. All right. No rush. Absolutely. No due dates. Exactly. There's no such thing. It's my hobby, not my job. Yes. Just used that chipboard on a page this morning. Oh, cool. Deliberately put album page kits with photos for 15 years, and now I'm scrapbooking when the girls are off at school. Wanted not to overwhelm myself working full-time as a single mom. Yeah, I totally get it. Let's see. Risa says, sorry I missed this before. Are you printing photos while on vacation? I am not printing photos while I'm on vacation. I am going to be clearly taking photos while I'm on vacation, but I'm not printing them. I will print them when I come home. So, I like that. I might go back and kind of change this up a little bit because I'm starting to get another idea, but I don't know what that... I've got some rumblings of another idea, but we'll see. Okay, so I kind of like that. That's great.
Hi.
Corinne says hello. Now I think I kind of want to take advantage of some of this other ephemera stuff that I have going on. So this is from the Here and Now collection. I love this travel moment. It's a little pocket. You can put a photo there, which would be great to insert here, which I think I want to do. Now with my Citrus Twist, or with the Citrus Twist album, they give you, let me pull it out, or I guess you can purchase. I don't know if it comes with the page protectors, but these little inserts. So that you can put it on things like this, or if you're doing something outside the pocket. So there we go. And it has adhesive, so you can just put it on the element that you want to have in your album. So I'm going to totally do that with this. And this could be a picture, it could be ephemera, it could be, I don't know, it could be anything really. So what I want to do is try to get it here. And it has, the adhesive is really strong. And then you just trim off the excess. Ooh, I like this. Uh-oh, where'd it go? I don't know where it went. You know how things kind of fly across your desk? I was like, I don't know where that went. Nope, I didn't need it. Okay. So now you're able to insert an element into your album. So I'm just going to put that right there. Yes. I love that. Then I don't have to make my own, which you totally can, but I love it. Kathy says there is a package you can buy separately. Yes. So you can buy these separately, these little insert things. Yeah. Oh, I love this. I am all about it. Okay. And then I can embellish it and stuff later. So as I'm flipping through this, then I have these other little interactive elements too. I can put journaling on the back of this. I can stick whatever I want to in there. I love that. Alrighty. I'm thinking, let's see here. I also like to put things outside of my pockets. So I have these little puffy stickers here. And so I thought I would take the opportunity to put these on the little 2x2 pockets. Then a little suitcase. And just kind of alternate those. An arrow. And this room key one won't fit on there, but I can put something else. Oh, this is upside down. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me turn this the right way. Because clearly the opening needs to be at the top. Just a little tip from me to you. If you're worried about putting stuff outside your pocket, just make sure you reinforce it with some extra adhesive. I also don't mind things showing through if I don't want to stick anything behind these pockets. But I like to be able to touch and feel, and I don't have too many people looking at my albums that will destroy them, so I don't worry about it. I want to put another one of these puppies here, like this room key, but it's a little bit too big, and I don't want to trim it. So we'll find something else to go on the fourth pocket. But that's this is a really good use of that particular element. Let's see. How about we go back to this? And add in a chipboard piece. I'm looking for something circular. So I'm going to go back to my Mandy chips here, which I love these so much. I get these at Michael's. And I think I'm going to put this here. I like the little glitter element too. Okay. So that's a little start of something there. Love that. I'm going to flip through. I think now is time for another interactive element. So I have these Studio Calico journaling cards for ages and ages. And they are kind of a vellum material. They're starting to yellow a little bit because I've had them for such a long time. I don't care that these are rounded and the rest are square corners. That might bother somebody. It doesn't bother me. But I'm thinking about using these in some way. Let me get them out and see what I'm working with here. Okay. So I'm thinking about putting this one here to add a pop of yellow. Let's see if that'll work. Let's see if it'll go in. Yeah, it will. It'll be fine. We'll make that work. Okay. Let's see what else I've got. I feel like there needs to be another interactive element of some sort. I like this inventory tag. The cool thing about mini albums is you can start putting in all these really cool little elements on your album. This will be great for like a journaling spot. Look how nice that is. Let's go ahead and do that. Have that going off the page. I'm going to trim it up. You can grab all these little things that you purchase along the way, your tickets, your tags, your labels, your all those good things. Right? Look how cool that is. Love that. Love it, love it. This is starting to come. I'm so excited. This is really starting to come together. I'm going to put this chipboard sticker that says you're on an adventure. Or actually, whoa, let me pull that up real quick. Yes. Yes. There we go. I'm going to put this little thing that says photo op there. Because maybe I can put a photo here, you know? Maybe put this here. A little something, something there. There we go. That just came together real nicely. The cool thing about setting up a kit is it limits the materials that you have, and you can be very creative, right? So maybe I leave this back portion for some journaling, you know? Yeah, it does make life simpler, for real. Let's see, Risa says you can also buy these strips for 12 by 12 and 6 by 8 binder rings on Amazon. I use them all the time. So what they're talking about is these little insert strips that you can put on different embellishments or items and things that you can add in to your album when they're outside of a pocket. Cool. Okay, so that's coming along nicely. Let's add probably another interactive element. I love this one that says tickets and receipts because I do like saving my tickets and receipts. So let's add another one of these things in here. You can easily make a little insert like this, taking some cardstock, measuring it out about 1 inch or so, maybe 2 inches, depending on how big your item is, and then adding in some holes using a hole punch. Add that in as best as I can. Opening. There we go. Cut this. Oh, I love these so much. And it's so much fun to go back in your travel albums, and then you can open up these little pockets and explore and you know, read and all. I mean, it's just so fun to have these interactive elements in here. So there's another one. So I'm liking the way this is feeling so far. Open it, have this little pocket. The start of that. Added that, added this, love it. This, and I can add some embellishing to that as well, some stamping. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm going to put this one on the outside of this pocket that says you're on an adventure. Not sure what I'm going to put down here in the smaller part. When you're doing a project like this, it can also be a really fun opportunity to use your tools. Like, how many of you have a fuse tool? If you're using pockets, how many of you are using your fuse tool? Then you can fuse clothes. You can shut these pockets and you can put ephemera, or you can make shakers. I mean, all kinds of fun stuff. All right, so I'm looking at some more die cuts because why not? Pulling out some stuff that I think will work. I like this. Here we go. I definitely want something there. I just don't know what. That looks nice there, but I'm not quite sure. So I'm just going to stick this right in here. Now, sometimes if I'm not sure yet what I want to do, I'll just stick embellishments in the pocket, right? So that I have some things to work with when I come to that particular one. I like this that says, life is like a road trip. Enjoy each day and don't carry too much baggage. That's really cute. I think I have a luggage icon somewhere that I think would work with that in some way. It's this one. I kind of like that. Why not? So I'm going to take this 4x6 pocket out, or this card out. Add some adhesive to this. And then stick this, oops, let me move this up a little bit. And then I can add something else to that down the road, but that's the start of that. Very cute. Using what I have available to me. You know, that's what it's all about. Let's see. I think, trying to see what I've got here. I think what I want to do, I love this camera. I thought I had a camera icon somewhere. I probably do, but now I don't remember where I put it. I think last video I pulled out a whole bunch of card ones and not a lot of camera ones. What about some washi? Kind of like that. We'll come back to that. Let's see. I'm feeling really good about this, folks. Opening up some more stuff. This is an oldie here. This is from Basic Gray. A long time ago. You remember their Fact or Fiction collection? A long time ago. Bringing in another substrate here, this acrylic piece can be added in as well in some way. I have an idea for this. I'm going to come back to it. But I love this orange, so I think I want to add that in some way. Maybe I'll add it down here. Pretty much break out a fuse. Yep. For December Daily. Yeah, I do that too. Still sorting pictures, says Stephanie. Yeah. I think I'm going to put this here. Oh, it's going to be so nice. Alrighty. Let's see if I can do this without taking all of the adhesive off, the backing off. I'm trying to get that somewhat centered there. I'm gonna have to buy more of these. This is like a game changer for me, because I love keeping all of this stuff and adding in little pockets and whatnot. Oh, let's add it up here. There we go. That'll work. How fun is that for some journaling right there? And then I can do some embellishing. I'm going to flip forward just a little bit. I like to leave some space for opportunities to do things, you know, game time decision, that type of thing. Definitely want to use that. That's cute. Okay, so I know I want to use this Route 66 here. So I'm going to stick this in the pocket for right now. And potentially these two die cuts as well. I'm going to figure out what I want to do with that later, but I'm going to stick those right in there. That'll remind me to use that. Then I have here. To travel is to live. I agree. Thought about putting that there. And I have another one of these car icons. I love the way that looks. There we go. Putting that right here. And then let's put a little car there. Love that little wood veneer car. And I'm thinking maybe I will back this little wood veneer car with some vellum. Of course, I say that as I put the little wood veneer car down. Let me grab some vellum here. I just had some right by me. Just going to put that right there. I could put some acetate. I have some acetate sheets too, so maybe I'll do that. The next time that I use a little car, maybe make a little tiny shaker of some sort. I don't know. Now, when you're putting this together, if you're doing a kit and stuff, make sure that you also add in, as you're making your album or whatever project, some other substrates like vellum and cork and all those good things that you can use to accent your album, right? Why not? Okay, I'm just making sure that the vellum is going where I want the vellum to go. There we go. Oops, sticky situation here. Okay. Ah, I love this. This is so cute. Very cute. And that can go there. Love that. I'm going to put those things there. I'm thinking about adding a pocket. This is really cute because it opens here. So that might actually go there. And I can switch these things up, right? Whenever I get ready to get the final layout together, the final album together. I haven't used my stickers yet. I'll come back to that. Okay. Let's see. I do want to use the hotel key. There is a little phrase here that says, "Away we go." That might look good. We're going to bust out the Mandy chips again. Yes, please catch the replay. Absolutely. Hey, Jez. Oh, cool. Watching me from Maine. Awesome. I look so much like my mom when I'm concentrating. My mom? Like, Victoria looks so much like her mom when she's concentrating. Okay. I'm going to stick these on outside the page protector, and then I'll figure out what kind of embellishing. But look how cool that is against the little road map there. I might have to reinforce that with some red tape, red line tape. Okay. What I do want to put on the back is another pocket. Of some sort. Stick that there. There we go. Okay, folks, so I'm so excited about this project. I can't even tell you. Can't even tell you. Oh, I have this little cork that I wanted to use. Maybe I wanted to use it there. I don't know. I'm going to use this somehow. Okay, so I think for now, I am at a good stopping point with this project so far. There's a ton of things I want to do, but I want to give myself an opportunity to work on that when I get back from my vacation. I think what I'm going to do is do something a little bit different here. I think it's a tiny bit too busy. So I'm going to figure out what I want to do here on this page. But I know I definitely want to keep the pocket. And I like the word explore and all that. I think I'm going to change this up just a little bit. But I have started on some of the pages here. So I've got my title page. I'm going to add in the date. I want to use an orange font here. And then some of these pages, if you're just tuning in, I didn't go through and decorate all of them. I'm just getting some of them ready and together. So I have this little pocket here that says travel moment. I could put in a photo if I want to, or something else. Nice little interactive, and that's in here using one of these little insert things from Citrus Twist. I don't know what the specific name of that is, but there we go. Hey, Heather, what's going on? Went ahead and put in the papers and the pockets. Added some embellishing. So here I have the puffy stickers that I put on the outside of the pockets, which you can totally do. And if you're worried about whether they're going to stick or not, use some of the red line tape or some really solid adhesive and pop those things right on your pocket. Because why not? Found or using some really old items that I want to stick into my pockets as well. This one looks good. This is going to give me an opportunity to do some journaling, maybe add a photo of some sort. Inserted another little pocket here. This says tickets and receipts, which is perfect. And so then I can put any tickets or receipts that I have in there. Obviously, if they fit. If not, then I'll put them in something else. Then I also have some things that I just popped on a page or in a page so that I know when I get ready to do the final album that I already have it started. Some of the pockets are empty because that gives me time to do some game time decision making when I'm putting the album together. So here's an example that sometimes I just stick things in pockets so I know, yes, I want to use this on this page. And then when I get ready to do this album, I can take this and I can rearrange it however I want, right? It's your album. You do what you want to do with your project. This one I'm going to add just a little bit more details to, but I love the little quote here. And then, of course, I have a little chipboard luggage, which is really fun, little suitcase. Again, more opportunities for photos and journaling and all of that, which I'll come to when I get ready to do the project. Added in this really fun card from Basic, was it Basic Gray, I believe. I've had this in my stash for a long time, so I'll probably add some more in there, but I just love the way that looks. I want to add some fibers and some tags and some all kinds of other things too. Have this little card here that I added my little car to and a little die cut that says travel is to live. I have some more elements I just stuck right in the pocket because I may or may not use them, but that's what it's there for. I have another pocket here that I might use here on this page. I love the way that green looks with the pink. And then flipping forward, again, some of these aren't quite there yet, but they will be. I use some chipboard letters from the Mambi chips. Away we go. I love the way that black looks against the pink. And then I'll do some kind of embellishing or something there. Hey, Elma, how are you? And then, of course, I stuck a little pocket here in the back. And what I can do in the pocket is I can do journaling. I can add some smaller ephemera or whatnot. I can add a little ticket or something here, right? I can do all kinds of stuff there with that pocket to add little things there. So there we have it, folks. Got the preliminary setup of my travel album for our hot springs. I know some things that I'll probably change immediately and some things that I'm going to add and continue to play and stuff in this album. This is a really, really great process to do, whether you're doing something in preparation for a vacation or a special event or whatever, to go ahead and just kind of pre-make your album so at least you have a starting point. So when you finish with the event or you finish with the traveling experience or whatnot, you're not looking at your album going, what am I going to do? Where am I going to start? Because you already started the process. For some people, they like to go through and do all the decorating and things like that and leaving space for photos and whatnot. Some folks like me only like to put in just a little bit at first because I want to save some of this process when I get back. And for some folks, they just like to go ahead and just do it when they get back from their vacation or experiencing whatever event that they're going to. But I love all the opportunities to play and to really think of some creative ways to use the embellishments. Now, for those of you who are joining me, if you haven't seen the other parts of this series, make sure you go back to the playlist for my lives and check it out. Everything that I'm using for this project is all from my stash. with the exception of this album, and this was given to me by Citrus Twist for a project I did for them. But everything that I'm using is from my stash, and they're all from different manufacturers. So shop your stash, coordinate the like items, get that 12 by 12, 6 by 8, 6 by 6 paper pad, whatever you have, totally deconstructed. That's what started this series. Cut up your pattern papers or, whatever to fit the project that you need, and just have a lot of fun coordinating and playing with your embellishments to see what you come up with. Remember, these are your projects, right? So you do what's comfortable for you, challenge yourself creatively, and have a lot of fun. So I am really excited to see how this album is going to come together. For those of you who missed it, at the early part of the live, I will be filming me putting this together. So some of that may be done during a live stream and some of it may be recorded. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm so excited about this vacation album. Maybe I'm just excited just to get out of the house and go do something, because I think if you're like me, then you probably haven't gone anywhere since the start of the pandemic. So we're just really excited to go. Again, I'm not taking this album with me. I'm just taking some photos while I'm there, and then I'll maybe journal a little bit. But when I come back, then I'll put it all together, and you guys will be able to see that process. So let me go to the comments real quick. I'm just loving this, loving it. Let's see, love it, not sure. Who's more looking forward to your trip? I know, right? Oh, I love my trip. I'm just really excited about it. Wish we could do some traveling, duplicate your gorgeous album. But between COVID and my husband's poor health, the only traveling we're doing is walking from one room to another. Poor Christine. Oh, you know what? There's a lot of people in that same position. Oh my goodness. I hope you're able to find just maybe some small adventure, local or something that would be safe for you guys to do, just to have a little something. Have never made a pre-made album, so watching you do this is fascinating. Awesome, Barb. So ready to go somewhere. Yes. I know there's some people that are doing a lot of road trips, a lot of RVing. I wish we had an RV, but we don't. Like the envelope in the front. Thank you. Adorable album. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. Cool. All right, folks. Well, we're going to go ahead and end the live stream here. Make sure you check out the links in my description for the online virtual crop September. It's Fall Y'all Crop. The registration is now open. All the information is on the Victoria Marie blog, so don't forget to check that out. We're on a brand new platform, so you don't have to be on Facebook to participate. So more information is posted there, and I'll be sharing more about the Victoria Marie Designs Mighty Network in the days to come. Also, if you're interested in exclusive scrapbook education content, consider becoming a Victoria Marie patron. That information, the link to that is in my description as well. We're getting ready to start up our fall 2020 live mini classes. As I mentioned at the beginning of the live stream, my patrons all doesn't matter what benefit tier you start at or end up at, they all get access to 2 live mini classes per month, and we talk about all kinds of fantastic scrapping techniques and whatnot. So come join us if you want that exclusive content that you can't get anywhere else. The memberships start at $5 per month and go up to $15. So go check that out. The link is in the description. I want you guys to have a fabulous weekend. Take a little time to get creative. And as always, thank you for joining me. Thank you for your support. We're going to continue on with this album when I get back. This is going to be the stopping point for the series. And then when I get back from vacation, we're not going into September. When I get back from vacation, then I will continue to work on this. Next week on the Friday Live, I'll be working on a 12 by 12 layout. So just a regular old layout if you want to come and join me. And if you're able to, grab some supplies and come play with me. So I'll see you again, same bat time, same bat channel, here on the Victoria Marie YouTube channel at 2 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Have a fabulous weekend, and I'll see you on the rest of my interwebs, on the Facebook group, in the network, on Instagram, and all of that. So have a great weekend, guys. Bye-bye.